Oh my god, I'm trying to change the exposure because I'm so white. What if it just never... What if I'm just that white? What if it never goes back? Okay, I'm gonna try not to move because if I move, my face literally turns into a white blob of nothingness, like no matter what, how I try to fix the exposure. Oh my god. I just feel like I'm too close. You don't want me in your face. Oh my god, that's worse. Okay, this is as good as we're gonna get. Okay. It's an incredibly important time to not only support our local libraries if you care about books and your community, because it's absolutely nuts if you go into the deep crevices of what your library offers. You will be blown away. There's some wild things you would never think of that are available for free through the library. What I feel like as a reader in the past I wouldn't think of right away is that indie bookstores are incredibly important to support and need our help just as much with all the book bans going on and the absolute terrifying monopoly that Daddy Zahn is trying to... I can't. I follow a bunch of authors. They're all like calling Amazon Zon on social media because it gets blocked if you don't. My friend Craig Montgomery, who writes a very cute space gaze. If you liked my space gaze, definitely check out his, I believe it is Upper YA, the Circle of Stars series. Well, it's a duology. The second one is going to be coming out sometime soon, which is exciting. But he was calling Amazon Big Daddy Amazon, and I was like, oh my god, I need to combine these two phrases because just calling them Zon is funny, and then also, yeah, it's not the good type of daddy though. I'm so sorry. Indie bookstores are a huge resource for local authors. If you do not know this, I have multiple books in the Romance Era Bookshop and also very recently now the Always Here bookstore in Portland, Oregon. But the Romance Era is having an event for Indie Bookstore Day and I'm so excited to be joining. It's like a multiple author signing. I thought I would take you along behind the scenes. It is Friday currently, and tomorrow is Indie Bookstore Day. That is when the event is happening. I currently sound stuffy because I was laughing. I don't know. Anyway, I thought I would take you behind the scenes of prepping for the event tomorrow and also just show you how the event is without showing people's faces and stuff because I feel like that's awkward and not okay without their permission. But we are going to test out a vlog because I'm going to be doing a lot more videos about books and my thoughts about my books and mental health and like all sorts of things that I'm very excited about. I'm especially excited to be joining the Romance Era for this because they have been, like, Ren is the owner of the Romance Era Bookshop. They opened it in late October of 2023 and I was their first ever author to do a book signing at their bookstore. I have been so grateful to Ren and how supportive they have been, and that is why I believe it is super important to be talking about it extra this year about supporting our local bookstores. Because if you love to read and you like author events, local bookstores are usually where the best types of events are held because they're very intimate and usually they support local authors as much as the bookstores itself to have those types of events. For me, as an indie and self-published author, I could not do those things without indie bookstores, like especially now that Ren and Always Here Bookstore have taken a chance on my books and allowed me to have my books on their shelves. That is so cool. But because they have done that, they have opened up the gates for me to now be able to have more of a reputable standing, I guess, in the bookstore community. So I can be like, yeah, I have books for sale here. So just by them supporting me, like, they have made a huge difference in opening up doors for me that would not be possible potentially otherwise. I think that is so cool, like how much we all can impact each other on a local level. People are buying my books every single week at the Romance Era, where they would probably never find my books otherwise yet. I'm not very great at marketing. It's just because like I'm so much of an artist and I'm just not. I'm not like into the business. It gives me the ick. It is extremely invaluable to have my books on shelves and for people to already be interested in finding books, or especially like romance books. It's really cool that they have that. And Always Here Bookstore in Portland is an LGBTQ plus, like it's a queer owned, disability owned bookstore. So that is very near and dear to my heart. That is like all of the content that I write about. So I'm super excited to have my books on their shelves and that they are providing a local space, like a safe space for people to have that representation. That is just so cool. It's something I had never seen before moving to the Pacific Northwest. So I definitely feel privileged to have something like that here, and I wish everybody could have something like that. But I definitely think these local bookstores are paving the way to so many new opportunities for people, like for readers, to be able to find themselves, to go to these events that might be expensive otherwise. I feel like indie bookstores usually are really good about having free events that are more accessible for people. I don't know. I think that's really nice. So anyway, before these types of book signing events, this one's a little different because it's a multi-author event. Here are all of the authors who are scheduled to join me tomorrow in a book signing. Some of us got together and are trying to help set it up so that it's not as much of a stressor on Ren, because that is a lot to manage all of these authors coming in, and also like usually we have to pay for these types of things, and Ren did not make us have to pay for it, which is extremely kind. Very, very generous. So I am going to be making a thank you card for them that we're all going to sign, and I'm excited about that. I just have to decide what to put on it, and I'm a little stressed because I am also in the midst of finalizing Freeing My Alpha, which is book 2 of My Shy Alpha. It's like a steamy shifter romance series. And Freeing My Alpha ended up being like, oh my god, it's like 414 pages. You're hearing it here first. I just discovered that, and it's going to be expensive for me to print, but I'm very excited about it. I'm just very behind because I was not very successful in kicking COVID's ass this time. It was like 3 freaking weeks ago that I got it, and then it just messed me up. So I'm very behind on that, and it's hard for me to be making things. So I think today I'm going to show you me packing stuff that is already prepared and trying to simplify my setup. So I have to strategize a little bit to lessen the stress on me when I go to these events and have to like bring all this stuff. Books are extremely heavy. I definitely need like a cart or a suitcase. But with the suitcases, sometimes it's really hard to like hoist them upstairs and stuff to get it into a space. But we're gonna make it work. So let's get to it. One very behind the scenes thing is that I wear glasses at home. So I have to wear contacts. These are my old glasses, and they do not work well. They kind of hurt my head. So I got new glasses and I have to replace these. I don't think very much explanation will be needed because this is what has happened to them. This is what happens every time. Like, I make jewelry, my dad and I have all these tools. We keep trying to bend it so that they fit my face again. And no, they just keep going back. These frames are bad. So I'm getting new glasses, but I have to wait and go back to having headaches with the old prescription that is no longer correct. Great times. But yeah, if you see me in these and you're like, what are you doing? That's why. So we are in the art room now. I wanted to show you a few things that has made my market and like book signing packing easier and like presentation easier. The number one thing that has helped me the most, especially because I have books and comics to sell, is this big blue bookcase. It's very nice. My sibling got it for me, which was sweet, because I put it on a wish list that I had, and they were like, yes, here you go for my birthday. Oh my god. And it helped more than I ever expected. Basically, moral of the story is if you look like you're taking yourself seriously, people are going to take you seriously and want to actually buy your books and weird comics. So I have to pack the bookcase in the car. I will be doing that last, and I think that I'm going to use the suitcase that I borrowed from my parents. Because part of this that I think is important to mention in this video is that I am disabled. I have multiple chronic illnesses. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, they still impact me a lot, especially when I'm doing physical activity. So when I'm having to lift a bunch of things, I am physically like a strong person despite how tiny I am, but it exhausts me. So like even if I can lift it and I can do it, it's like zaps my energy for the rest of the day. So that is why I have to strategize, and today I also have to make sure to not expend too much energy or I will be screwed for tomorrow. But I want to show you a couple of things. I am going to try to narrow down which items I'm going to bring, and I think some of these stickers I will show you right now. I think that I can't pass those up because this is Portland, and truly, as this one vendor told me the very first market I did here, Portland loves stickers. By the way, this isn't just Portland, we're going to Vancouver, but they are neighbors, like, across the Columbia River from each other. So you just go over the bridge and there you are. Sometimes it's not that simple because it's trafficy, but anyway, okay. So this is my current sticker box that turned into a mess and I need to clean it up. But these are the new stickers that I made for Sexual Assault Awareness Month. I thought it was actually hilarious and amazing to just have things that say no on them. I'm hoping that these samples I bought will come in today of hats and a hoodie that have this on it because it's incredible. So I gotta bring these. I made these yesterday. This little notebook is a reminder for me to make some. I was going to put stickers on these that have bookish things, but I don't know if I'll have time. So this I will save for last. I need to prioritize bookmarks, which here's an example. These little magnetic bookmarks that I make by hand, they're really cute. So I have them packaged and priced mostly, but I just have to pile this all up and put them in one place. The important part here is to bring as much as I can without overdoing it. So I need to strategize on what I think people will like and how many realistically I'm going to sell. So I have to prioritize books for sure because this is a book signing event and that takes up so much space that I will have to really narrow down all the other things I'm going to bring because I actually have like on my website I think I have like 150 products and I didn't even list them all, so whoops. Here is an example of what I would normally bring. This one got messy because it went through a car ride, but if I want to keep things small, I'll just bring some stuff to display and put it in this. Like, this is a shipping box that I use for my books, like especially the hardcovers because it's taller, but once it's closed, it's like flat enough to where it's really easy to pack and keep in, like behind a table when I have to store everything during the event. So I think I'm just going to organize this. I have a couple of these boxes, so I'm going to separate them and pick which things I'm going to bring and put it into one box. One thing I like doing is separating all the stickers I'm going to bring into a couple of these plastic bags that I've reused like a million times. If you're thinking that I'm using plastic, This is not plastic, it's a plant. That's like, sorry. That is like the motto that I have for my business wherever I can. So these are made with cardstock. Like I print these and hand put them together, and these stickers that I put onto things, like if they're on the plastic, well, it's not, it's cello, like plant cello. If they're on the packaging, it's recycled, like 100% recycled paper, and cardstock can usually be recycled. That is the hope, at least. So, that's what I've done to compromise in making these cute and protecting the stickers, but making it a little bit easier. And these do, I think, compost well because I made sure it was from a company called Elevate Packaging. They're not sponsoring me or anything, but I'm just telling you so that if you're interested, you could use them, because they talk about on their website, like, how they want to basically make sure that it's home compostable, which I really care about, because a lot of things will be like, oh, it's compostable commercially. It's like, wow, that's not helpful at all. So that was important to me. Here we go. So I will be grabbing a few, oh my god, a few of these, like this unicorn Pacific Northwest, and you can't see this sticker. Let me get it, not grab it. This Portland Queered sticker. Well, we won't be in Portland, but we'll be close. So I usually like to bring that anyway, like at least the Pacific Northwest one. I do have some new stickers, which I may be out of, and I might need to make more of before tomorrow, unfortunately. Because they were for Unraveling with You. There was other ones that had like they had like praise phrases on them, like good girl, good boy, and good job baby on them, because that was like Unraveling with You is my steamy contemporary romance novel. This one. So yeah, I was creating some merch that went along with this because there is certainly a lot of praise in this book. One thing being these hats that I had embroidered with that same heart knot design that is on the spine of the book. And then I'll only bring one stand for all this and mostly focus on the bookcase. So this is awesome. This is all I'm going to have to be bringing for like stickers, pins, and bookmarks so far, except there's one thing that I don't know what to do about. This is my working desk. So there's like, but I just started trying to make these. They're like bookmarks. They're metal bookmarks that hook over the spine. Let me show you. So this is what it looks like on the book. This one is meant to be for Unraveling with You because they both have like alternative clothing styles. And there's little like skull people in love, and then there's like little things that remind me of chains and stuff that I would wear on my outfits when I was dressing. A lot more fun that I would wish I still did back in high school or whatever, or in college. But I don't know how to package these bookmarks exactly. I'm not sure. I think I might honestly just bring them like this for tomorrow and keep it easy. I only have 3 designs so far, but I think that's good enough. Like I tried to just make 3 and focus on that. I'm not done with them yet, but this one's going to be a werewolf themed one. And then there is going to be this one that has the knight and princess keychains. I was going to put another like little jewel charm on it because in Unraveling with You there's also a moment where this relates. I will not spoil my own book because it is a big spoiler actually. I thought that that would still work for people who maybe are interested in romantic-y things. These are the little extra heart charms I'm going to be putting on those. I used them for these braided like actually I think they're like macrame wristlet keychains that I made. Like they're supposed to be like a lanyard. Let me show you. But unfortunately I sold all the ones that I made and then no one bought another one for a while, so I was like, you know what, I don't have time for this while finishing my book. So So I don't think I'm going to be able to bring those today, even though it would be fun, but I'm putting those same charms on those bookmarks instead, so hopefully that will work. So this is kind of chaos, and to top it all off, it is literally like dumping rain. I don't know if you can hear that, but like it's crazy. This is like what I've been saying. It's basically like taking a shower if you go outside, but like across the whole sky. My current dilemma, I don't really know how many, if I should bring what sexual even. I think I will. I don't know. And I don't know if I should bring these because they're universally liked, but no one has bought them before, like ever. And I'm in the process of getting all of my paperbacks out, so I was gonna bring 10 of each. I think that's kind of a generous estimate, but I would hope this some would sell. But anyway, I like to stagger the spines. I might do that every 2 to 3 because when like books are supposed to stand like this, and if you have them in a stack like this for too long, they start to bow like that. So I try to lessen that by like stacking them back and forth like this. So I'll do that to the rest of the stack. Then I can put that in a box. I need to get all my other paperbacks out and put it all into one box that's gonna be really heavy. I'm very glad that I had the foresight to buy another box because I didn't realize I only had 9 left in my other box of these, which means for the Hot and Steamy event, that is a book signing event that's gonna be like multi-authored in May, I'm going to need to buy even more because I have to open another box and bring at least one. I feel like My Chai Alpha sells the most, other than my spicy edition of Resonance, which isn't this one because I have to wrap them up to be safe for work. Okay, look how satisfying to open a new thing of books. Oh my god. They look good. Thank God. You wanna know what else is crazy? This book, like, it looks thick, right? Right? Well, let's take this ruler and I can show you how thick the second book is going to be. Because this is its size now and it's going to be like this, pretty much it's an inch thick, the next one. I'm excited for it. Oh my god. It's like they're gonna be really heavy and not fit into boxes very well. I think I'm going to stick with this. This is the adults only version of Resonance, and I'm only gonna bring 5 this time, and I'll bring 2 of the regular editions. I never really need them, but I have 10 each of these, and then this is literally all that I own of these, and I don't know what the hell happened with the printer last time, because what is this? Why is it bending? So people can decide if they want that or not. Okay, I almost forgot 2 hardcovers. I might bring 2. I have some right here that are sitting up so they don't get messed up. Because they are the adults only version. I had to tie them up. No one ever buys these except when I don't bring them. So I'm gonna bring them. You get to see my socks. Anyway, I keep bubble wrap that's sent to me because I just use it for like traveling, but bubble wrap cannot be recycled. Better to just keep reusing it as many times as you can. So My Chai Alpha originally fit in here, so I'm going to try to first stack those ones. I think this might fit now. Oh. It exactly fits. Oh, it's crazy. It exactly fits. Like, these 2 are right there against each other. I think this is a similar size. Yeah, if you thought it was dumping a minute ago, you can't even tell just how torrential it is. It's just like absolutely like aggressive. Okay, so I managed to fit everything into these 2 boxes and this suitcase, and then there's that bookcase, and then this is my sign bag. It's kind of messed up, but it's better than getting squished inside of another box. Kind of. Just received some of my test prints in the mail of these hats and this sweatshirt, and I'm so excited. Oh, I just threw it. I guess I was that excited. So this one is the Shy Alpha beanie. I don't really know if anyone will buy this, but I just wanted one at least. I'm gonna have it tomorrow ready just in case someone wants it, but I think it's cute. Everybody loves the Shy Alpha thing. And then I have this new series that I was starting because like in Unraveling with You, sorry, I think it's just so funny, it just says no. But in Unraveling with You, the main character had to learn how to say, like, that it was okay to say no. And that really resonated with a lot of people, so and it resonated with me, so I was like, oh, I should make some no merch. And so I made this hoodie that just says no. And it doesn't just say no here, it says no all the way down the sleeves. Like this. No, 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 no. And then the back says I said no. So I'm excited. My mom was thinking I should wear this tomorrow to the event, which is fine. Like, I don't need to sell it. It would be fun to wear, so I think I will. I'm gonna wash it right now and then rest. I think I mostly have everything ready. I just have to print one sign because Unraveling with You, I've never put it at a market before or a book signing before. So I have to have a sign for it now to tape on my bookcase, like with just a little blurb on it, and it seems to work well. And then I had to adjust the price on my Shy Alpha because I priced it too low, so I have to fix that on this little sign too. And I think that's all I have to do now because I packed everything, so I will see you tomorrow as I am preparing to go, or have already left. We'll see. Okay, I feel really awkward filming myself. I got really quiet. Okay, but so far it's been going well. I didn't want to film because everybody was busy setting up. And now I feel really awkward. I'm gonna go join some authors who are chatting because there's a ton of readers, but now no one happened to be here. There's just a lull for some weird reason. It happens, but I'm gonna go do that, and I'll show you all of my booth and everybody else's booth after. Okay, I have to restock. This was right here, and now there's nothing. And this can go there. Okay. But this is my booth. I would be sitting here. Usually. This is my guest book that people are signing while I'm signing their book, which is really cute. I love getting to be able to meet people and see them in person. This is all my stickers and then my hats. But I will show you everybody else's booth. Here is the whole warehouse space. And then there's some unseen behind there. So okay, so I am back from Indie Bookstore Day. Basically, I didn't want to film some of it because I really wanted to focus on meeting readers and talking to them. And I don't want to like film readers. Like that would make me uncomfortable unless they like wanted to take a picture or something like that. It wasn't that type of thing. It was kind of like meeting a lot of people for the first time. Basically, like I have a couple things I want to say about it because I really enjoyed this event for multiple reasons, which is good. We like good events that are enjoyable after. So I wanted to give you a recap of things that I liked. First of all, I wanted to give a huge thank you to the Romance Era Bookshop and Ren. They are always so sweet, and this time was no exception, of course. They're so generous and so thoughtful. I had readers come down who had wanted to buy my book in their shop because we were in the warehouse space downstairs and the Romance Era was just like up a little staircase. In the warehouse space, people were coming down and being like, oh, I want to buy your book upstairs, and Ren sent me down here, which is really nice because that's not only awesome for me because then I get to sell the book, and like I'm totally happy with them selling the book and getting some of the return from it. I want them to get paid also. I love that we can have an exchange where they are selling my books and they get to take some of that and I get to take some of that. That is so cool. But in this case, it's really sweet because they're also allowing readers to come talk to me and meet me and get their book signed in person, which like is an unusual thing. Like as a reader, I've never been able to do that before unless like I knew other authors that I was friends with or something, which is not a reader, like not normal reader thing to do. But if I was like at a bookstore or something or at an event, I haven't been like, oh, this is my, like I get to go meet the author of this book I want to buy. Like that's never happened. So that was really exciting for me and just really kind. Not only that Ren was hosting this event for us and allowing us to use this space to meet each other, meet readers, and make those in-person connections, but also just being so accommodating and welcoming. So thank you so much, Ren, if you're watching this. And that is exactly what I was talking about why indie bookstores are so important for communities and local communities, and that really came into play. Part of the reason why I didn't film was because right when it started, like I finished setting up at like 11:58. I was rushing and I didn't want to film because I was like, I need to get this ready, and I was by myself, which is fine, I can do it by myself, but it takes longer. I was done and like right then people were coming in, which is really cool. So I didn't want to interrupt that. I loved just like being able to meet people and talk to them. Let me get my guest book that I had people sign if they stopped by and grabbed a book or talked for a while. So this is my guest book. It's new, so because I've only done 2 what I would say were book signings rather than like a local market. Yeah, so this was from November, my very first book signing, and it was the Romance Era Bookshop's first book signing that I was talking about. So these are like a bunch of friends and some readers who came in who signed the book, which is really sweet because I can look back at this and remember this event. So I wanted to do that this time for this one since it was like a very like author signing-y thing, and look how many people signed it. So sweet. Like people who didn't even know me and other authors, and that's also what is really cool. I felt like all of the authors were really supportive of each other in this event, and there was like a good atmosphere. Like sometimes I always worry about like, oh, I don't know what they're gonna think of me, like especially as like a queer author or trans author. I'm always like kind of nervous about what readers and other authors will think, but everybody was really kind and thoughtful. People who I talked to the most were sitting on either side of me, so, and I hadn't met either of them before, but I am really excited to be seeing them at my next book signing event, which is Portland Hot and Steamy. It's like a big author event. So I met Brant Archer, and I will put his books, one of his books up here, his series right here. He is another queer author, and we had a good time chatting about books and about how things are going for us, and in a little bit about publishing and a future event. So that was really cool, especially because I don't often meet other male authors in the romance genre. And then I also talked to Kelly Reynolds, who is a very sweet human. These are her books that she has, and they are both, I'm pretty sure they're both queer, but they also have like a lot of like fat positivity and representation. And like Kelly was a very sweet human. I'm so glad that we got to meet. I am really looking forward to talking to her again. So, and it seemed like everybody who came up to her table, she was very like welcoming and kind. Like same for all the authors. I was really impressed with how everybody was like handling themselves and like being so open. I also talked to a few other authors, including Alison Cochran, who's very sweet. She has some really amazing books that I know a lot of you love. Super, super kind. I met Brianna Malaki, who is also known as Tori Fields. I'm pretty sure that she uses both names for different types of books, which is really cool. And it's like on her profile. I'm not like giving her pen name away. It's on her public profile. But she was super, super sweet. It was really nice talking to her, and she was really supportive of what I write about. And multiple other people. Like I feel like it's hard for me to remember everybody, but everybody was really nice. Like it's hard for me to remember all of our interactions because there was so much going on, but like everybody I talked to was super kind. And those were definitely the highlights. So reader-wise, it was really, really exciting for me to be able to hear like someone came up and saw My Shy Alpha and was like, I see that all the time on TikTok. And I was like, what? Like I'm like a nobody on TikTok. Like I don't know how that's possible, but that's super cool. Somehow like we crossed paths in person. Like what? That's really wild to me. That was really fun. I also saw a reader who had been really supportive of book one and came to this event after they couldn't come to another event, and they've always been really kind and like posting about my books, which is really sweet. So it's so nice to see them in person again. I also saw my friend Helen and their husband, and they were always the kindest people. Helen is at Seven Haired Studio on Instagram. Amazing artist. They're just seriously one of the kindest humans I've ever met, and we enjoy working together lately on things. So they actually helped me figure out the cover of book 2. And yeah, I feel like there were so many things that it's hard for me to remember, but overall I just had a really great time, and I'm looking forward to another event in May, on May 31st. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to meeting more people in person, and I would love to do other events like maybe in LA, because I used to live in LA County and I visit family sometimes down there. So if that's interesting to you, please let me know down below, and I'd just love to hear your thoughts in general, what you think about these events. If you have any questions about what they're like, I can do another video talking about that, because I really enjoy in-person things. So anyway, I am looking forward to sharing more with you about this upcoming book release and about some more events I have planned, because there's at least 2 others that I haven't announced yet. Stay on the lookout for that, and I will see you very soon for the next one. Bye.